Hello, Sassy Sleuths, EvyBugg here, and welcome back to another episode inside of Nancy Drew, The Hauntings of Castle Malloy. So, where we left off, we had just seen some random lights coming out of this tower, and we also just got a lantern, so we will be able to explore the grounds. So, let's do this. So, up there must be that tower, but we can't get to it right now. Oh, wait, that lights up. Can we look at it? Come on. Oh, buttons! There's puzzles all over the place. Okay, well, that's not going to do anything. So let's keep exploring. Just creeping along with our lantern. Oh, there's paths we can follow. What's this? Okay. So let's follow the path and see where it takes us. This one takes us down here. Oh, what's this? Oh, this must be the bog that they were talking about.
That's a pretty big step.
Come on, Nancy, let's do it. Oh. Way to go, Nancy. So accident prone. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we just died in the bog, which is not how we want our game to end. So, let's try a different way. Let's not go that way right now. Let's keep following this path, because there's a way that went up. So we'll just follow this up here. There's a little well. Oh, that looks sketchy. That looks like some kind of alien something. Like, that's where the aliens are gonna land. Okay. Oh, that's a cliff. Should we walk off of it? Let's go walk off the cliff. Ah! We're just gonna try to die every way possible because it's actually kind of funny. It's really hilarious. Okay, so let's get back away from the edge of the cliff and keep looking around here. So that's that well that we saw. Where does this go to? Oh, to a cliff. We don't need any more cliff jumping. Okay, so let's go this way. Oh, look at this. Looks like a beautiful garden. And a crow. What is up with all of these crows?
Wonder what that crow's doing in there.
What is up with this? Okay. Whoa, dude, right in our face? Really? Okay. Oh, we can move these guys around. It could be like a little, like, dance thing. Why doesn't this one want to... There we go. Okay. So that's probably a puzzle. Man, there's a lot of puzzles in this one, huh? What am I doing? This is wrong. Yeah, because you're not writing correctly. You have to be more sincere than that, Kyler. Okay. So she doesn't know how to write marriage vows. So we know that about her now. Where else do these paths take us? I don't think it takes us anywhere else. Okay, well, we need to go and call Alan Payne. And we should also probably call Bess and George, just to kind of get the scoop on what's going on with them. And then we could talk to Denal while we're over there at the Screaming Banshee Inn. So let's go and call some people.
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Castle Malloy. I'm Kyler Mallory's maid of honor.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his?
No, I'm afraid he's still at it. But if you have a second, could I ask you some questions?
It should be a minute or two before my ride gets here. What's on your mind?
Do you have any idea where Matt may be hiding?
None. And if what you're really asking is, am I in on his little joke? The answer to that is absolutely, unequivocally, no. I detest practical jokes.
Did you help look for Matt after he disappeared?
I did not. As soon as Kyler said it would be just like Matt to disappear as a prank, I refused to join in any search for him. And when he didn't show up the next morning, I left. I did not travel all the way to Ireland to be made a fool of. Besides, I'd had quite enough of the three of them and rather liked having an excuse to leave.
You didn't get along with them?
I was fine. They're the ones who couldn't seem to get along. For instance, the evening before Matt disappeared, he and Kit had a terrible row. I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but they both sounded very angry. Furious, I dare say. In fact, the next time I saw Kit, he was sporting a black eye. And the next morning, Matt and Kyla had a go at each other. Nothing physical, mind you, and once again, I couldn't make out what was said, but I promise you, they were quite put out with each other. I was more than happy to bid the lot of them farewell, though I imagine I'll be returning to the castle before too long. Matt is bound to find his prank as tedious as everyone else does eventually. I must be off. Nancy, it was a pleasure venting to you. Hopefully before too long we shall meet in person. Cheers.
Hello? This is a sales call.
No, Bess, it's me, Nancy. I'm calling from a phone in Ireland.
Nancy, hi! George, get over here. It's Nancy. Hi, Nan. You'd better be having a great time there because you are missing an incredible time here. The Dunhills throw the best parties. You should see all the awesome pool toys they've got. And everywhere you look, some cute guy in swim trunks is standing over a barbecue grilling something. I'm in heaven.
Sounds fabulous. Be sure to wish Kathy and Carrie a happy birthday for me.
You know, one person I haven't seen is Ned. Yeah, me neither.
He's there somewhere. I talked to him earlier.
So, what's going on with you?
Just as I got to the castle, something that may or may not have been a banshee ran across the road in front of me and made me drive into a ditch.
You saw a banshee? That's bad luck, isn't it? Not if you see a banshee. If you hear one, it means someone's going to die. Wait a minute. Why was it running? Can't banshees fly?
Bess, what I saw just looked like a banshee. I'm sure it really wasn't a banshee, although it did just kind of vanish. And when I talked to Kyler, I found out that her husband-to-be has vanished.
What do you mean, vanished?
Matt came to Ireland with Kyler and his best friend Kit, but now he's nowhere to be found. Kyler is convinced he's pulling a prank.
A prank?
Apparently, he's a pretty big practical joker.
More like a pretty big moron. Incoming. Check it out. Oh my gosh.
Guys? Hello? Bess? George? Anyone?
Sorry, we were hopelessly distracted by a truly amazing set of washboard abs.
My cell phone bit the dust when I drove into the ditch, so I'm calling from the payphone of this quaint little country inn.
Quaint as in charming, or quaint as in a borderline health hazard?
Quaint is in a place where people go to play games like darts and relax over their favorite combination of fruit juices. In fact, anytime I want to play the games here, I can earn tokens by mixing drinks. Turns out that's something I'm pretty good at.
You've been mixing drinks for people? Shouldn't you be doing something a little more maid of honorly?
The caretaker, Mr. Delaney, hangs out here. It's the only way I could get him to talk.
Why do you want to talk to the caretaker?
I promised Kyler I'd find Matt. I figured Mr. Delaney might know something that could help me.
And did he?
He says Matt was kidnapped by fairies.
I'll bet you were thrilled to hear that.
According to Alan Payne, Matt's best man, there was a lot of arguing going on just before Matt disappeared. Matt was fighting with Kit, Kyler was fighting with Matt. Alan said he went back to London to wait for Matt to reappear because he couldn't stand all the constant squabbling.
So all was not blissful in premaritalville, eh? Wait a minute. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't he his best man?
Good question. Unfortunately, the person most qualified to answer it has disappeared. Did I tell you that Kit Foley has a black eye?
Why am I not surprised?
I found a draft of the vows Kyler is planning to say at her wedding.
Oh, custom-written vows are so sweet.
Problem is, these vows have the words, "What am I doing? This is wrong," scrawled beneath them.
That can't be good. How do you know she was talking about the wedding? Maybe she was just frustrated because she couldn't put her feelings into words.
That's true.
Did you ask her about them? What's the point? If she is having second thoughts about getting married, she probably won't admit it, seeing as she's failed to mention it before.
That's true, too.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't suggesting that Kyler is behind Matt's disappearance, are you?
I admit that doesn't make much sense.
but it is a possibility. You two are terrible.
That's it from here. You guys are wearing sunscreen, right?
Yes, Nancy.
Just checking. Bye.
Okay, so I suppose that now we can go and talk to Mr. Delaney.
What's on your mind, then?
Sometimes I hear this strange kind of wailing sound when I'm in the castle. Have you ever heard it?
These ears don't work so well now. Even the pattern of rain is beginning to slip by 'em. But the situation being what it is, by my reckon, a banshee, you heard.
You mean someone in the castle is going to die?
Aye.
Someone as in Matt?
How they know what they know, and why they do what they do, are mysteries far beyond mortal solution. But be assured, lass, someone at Castle Malloy is doomed.
I should get back to the castle.
Be careful out there, lass.
Okay, well, the fairy people are kidnapping people. Oh, we never did look at this. Oh my goodness. Well then. Oh, hello sheep. Hey there. No, don't be startled. It's just, whoa. Dude, you're so fast. Okay, what is this? Ooh, slider puzzle. I love, love, love slider puzzles. They are so much fun. I wish I could do slider puzzles all day, every day. They are that much fun for me. Okay, let's get these pieces over here. We'll start with the edge pieces because we know where they go, because it's kind of obvious by how they're laid out here. Okay, so there's that one and that one. I'm guessing that this little wing thing goes up in the top corner. Okay, and this seems to line up well, so this one probably has to go at the bottom here, so let's get this down. Okay, so there's those sides. This guy needs to come up to the top here. And these probably need to switch. So now we just have to work on this middle part. And I think we
It
did
looks
it.
like a piece is missing.
Okay, so we finished the puzzle, but we're missing a piece. So we shall have to find that piece and see what we get from that puzzle. Okay, so perhaps we should go and talk to Kit and ask him why he was quarreling with Matt. Because we know that he did not get his black eye from walking into a door, because that just doesn't make sense at all.
How's it going?
Alan Payne told me he overheard you and Matt arguing the day before Matt disappeared. And pretty much right before you walked into that door.
What were you doing talking to Alan Payne?
I thought he might know something that could help us find Matt.
I told you, Matt bailed. He doesn't want to be found. Look, like I said, Alan Payne doesn't really know Matt or me that well, okay? The fact is, he misunderstood what he heard. Matt and I have been friends for more than 12 years. We were just fooling around.
Fooling around? You ended up with a black eye.
I told you that was an accident. I'm clumsy.
What were you two talking about?
I forget. That's how inconsequential it was. Hey, I just remembered. Carla wants me to do the seating chart for the wedding dinner. Like I said, I can't bring myself to tell her there's not going to be a wedding. Anyway, I need to get to work on it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Of course, you could always give it a shot. You just have to figure out where each guest should sit by taking into account their needs and preferences. What do you say?
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent. Just fill it out and bring it back to me when you think you've got everyone sitting in the right place.
Okay, sounds good. Now, is there anything else that we can say to him?
Because unless and until it gets done, afraid I'm gonna be pretty much incommunicado.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to finish it then, won't we? Okay, so let's take a crack at this. I will read through the instructions, and then we will put it all together. Okay, so based on all of the preferences by all of the guests, this is how it should go. So we've got Jane and Kit. Then over here, we've got Alan, Matt, Tyler, then Nancy. Up here we have Lori, and then Henry. Then we've got Taylor, Rose, John, Linda, Richard, and Heather, and that should be it. Did it work? Do we have to just go have him look at it?
How's the seating chart coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. This looks great.
Oh, good.
Wow,
I thought
you
we
did
didn't get it for a
I'm
minute.
impressed.
So now we can talk.
Yeah, now we can talk. Oh, hey, actually, you might want to take a look at this first. I found it on the floor in Matt's room when I was looking for him.
What is it?
Frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it will to you. Take it. If anybody can figure out what Matt was doing with it, you can, I'm sure. Good luck. What's going on?
If you weren't going to be the best man, how come you came out here so early?
I volunteered to help get everything set up, and Matt and Kyler took me up on it. I'm pretty good friends with Kyler, too. In fact, I'm the one who introduced her to Matt.
How long have you known Kyler?
4 or 5 years. I met her my first year at university. She'd just gotten back from the States. From staying with your family, in fact. Wait a minute. Nancy Drew. Kyler told me about you. You're the girl who likes to play detective.
Well, it's just, kind of a hobby. Although Kyler did say it'd be nice if I could find Matt.
Well, you're not going to have any luck doing that. Old Matt is long gone.
Kyler says sometimes she hears Matt's voice, only it's very faint and muffled. Do you ever hear him?
No. Man, Kyler must be losing it or something, because I'm telling you, Matt is not here.
The caretaker seems to think you're the one who should be getting married here, not Matt.
Yeah, well, in case you haven't noticed, that guy's got several screws loose. I just happened to mention that 3 out of my 4 grandparents were born in Ireland, and now whenever he sees me, he gets this weird look in his eye.
But you don't think he had anything to do with Matt's disappearance?
No. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He and Matt did not get along. They were always at each other's throats, arguing about the stupidest things. Even those leprechaun gnome things out in the garden. Donal had a fit one day when he saw Matt messing with them. And when Matt announced he was going to stay in the haunted nursery, I thought the guy was going to burst a blood vessel, he turned so red. But Matt disappeared on his own, not because of anything Donal did. I mean, the old coot's not that crazy. Is he?
Have you ever been up in the tower?
Uh-uh. You saw the stairs, or what's left of them. There's no way to get up there.
I could have sworn I saw lights coming from it.
Perhaps it was the good people come a-calling on their good friend Donal. Or maybe it was just reflected moonlight or something. So if you're thinking Matt's up there, forget it. Ain't no way.
Time for me to scoot.
Drop by anytime.
Okay, so let's go and... Oh, look, there's a fireplace. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. That's a very friendly picture of Kit and Kyler. We will have to ask him about that. Okay, get back over here, buddy.
What's going on?
You're not off the hook
From
yet.
the looks of that picture I found over there, it looks like you and Kyler used to be a lot more than friends.
Yeah, we dated for a while, until it finally became obvious that we were better as a couple of friends than as a couple. No biggie.
That discussion you had with Matt, come on, really, what was it about?
It was about Kyler. I was asking Matt whether he had truly thought through what being married to her was going to be like. The more questions I asked, the more nerves I struck, and the more uncomfortable and angry he became, until finally...
He gave you that shiner.
He stomped upstairs to the nursery. Next day, he disappeared. Obviously, the things I said got to him. So if I seem a little guilty to you, it's because I am guilty. It's my fault that Matt walked out on Kyler. Simple as that.
I'll see you later,
Well, that's
okay?
a bummer.
Stay out of trouble.
Okay. So, I suppose we could go talk to Kyler a little bit, see if she has anything to say.
You have a lead? I'm pretty sure whoever caused me to swerve off the road dropped this. Looks like some kind of homemade doll.
The clothes. It looks like Matt. And that's his ring. What did the person who dropped this look like?
I didn't really get a good look. It was dark and I was distracted and it moved so fast. Frankly, I'm not even sure if what I saw was a person.
Denal, the caretaker. When we realized Matt was gone, straight away Denal claimed Matt had been kidnapped by fairies, which is of course utterly ridiculous. It was probably Matt himself you saw, tricked out in some costume and leaving that doll behind just to confound us. Well, I do hope he's enjoying himself, because as soon as we're married, that will be that. No more practical jokes. Ever.
When you said you sometimes hear Matt, where are you when that happens? In here?
In here, in the nursery, sometimes outside. His voice is always very muffled and very, very faint, so I can never tell where it's coming from or what he's saying. But it's Matt, I'm sure of it.
And you've looked all over for him?
When it became apparent he was missing, we searched everywhere for hours. We were afraid he'd gone wading and drowned or something, or wandered into the bog, or gotten lost out on the moor. But we found no footprints, no clothes lying around, nothing. So when I heard his voice, it dawned on me he was playing one of his outlandish pranks. I was furious with him, but truth be told, it was also a bit of a relief.
When I called Alan Payne, he said that on the day Matt disappeared, you and Matt had a pretty big argument.
I dare say Matt and I have argued about one thing or another every day since we met. That's just how we are together.
Can you remember what you were arguing about?
I haven't the foggiest idea. Apparently you should ask Mr. Big Ears Payne.
Did you know when you decided to hold your wedding here that half the place is pretty much rubble?
Oh yes. Mind you, I didn't even know that Castle Malloy existed until Grandpapa died and I was notified that I'd inherited it, at which point the executor of his estate sent me pictures and assured me that despite its appearance, it was in fact habitable.
I'm gonna go play detective now.
As soon as you find out anything, let me know.
Okay, so let's look at this book that we got from Kit. Okay, that's it. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that has something to do with the leprechauns that are down in the garden, because the leprechauns also had a four-leaf clover on their shirts, just like in the book there's a four-leaf clover. So let's go and figure this out. Okay. So they all have different markings to them, so let's figure out what this means. So if there's a dark leaf on the right, then that must mean right. So let's go right. Any more? Nope, that was it. Okay. Let's see. One on the left means left. Should have guessed. Okay. Alright, none means back. One at the top means front. Two on the sides means right. One in the front means back, and then two on the top and bottom means front. Oh, we did it! Hey, great! Okay, so we get another doll. Penny, and more of these things that were missing from the nursery. Must be those silly crows. Okay, let's go see what we can do with this. Okay, so we've got a red one, green one, blue one, and orange one. It looks like that is all of them. Okay, so the order that you press them in must have something to do with this rainbow up here. Let's see if we can just press them in the order of the rainbow. So we'll do red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. We opened something. Okay, let's go figure out ooh, the fireplace opened. Well then, let's not get like kidnapped or something like Matt. Okay, so here's a little paper On trail, forward 1, right 2, left 3, down 1. Okay, I'm sure that'll mean something later. And a wooden board. Okay. Can we get out of here? Okay, there we go. Oh, goodness, stop. Get out of her face. What are you... Dude, just get out the window. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Whoa. Whoa, shiny lady. What is up with her hair? You're scary. Go away. Oh no.
You're right.
That was scary.
There has to be a logical explanation for what we just saw. So I'm going to calm down, relax, and trust that you will discover what that thing was. You are going to figure it out, aren't you, Nancy?
Well, I don't know.
I promise.
I have no idea what that was. Alright, well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please leave me a thumbs up. And we will see you in the next episode where we will figure out what on earth that was. See you next time. Bye!